Today our topic is the power of discipline over motivation. Let me tell you something important. Motivation is like a spark. It can light a fire, but it cannot keep it burning. Discipline is the wood that keeps the fire alive. Many people think motivation is the key to success, but they are wrong. Motivation is temporary. It comes and goes. You wake up one day feeling excited and ready to work, but the next day you feel lazy and tired. If you rely only on motivation, you will fail. Discipline, on the other hand, is steady. It does not depend on your feelings. Discipline is what makes you work even when you don't feel like it. Discipline is the true key to success. Let me explain why discipline is more powerful than motivation. Imagine you want to get fit. You feel motivated on the first day, so you go to the gym and work out hard. But after a few days, you wake up tired, and your motivation is gone. If you rely only on motivation, you will skip the gym. But if you have discipline, you will go to the gym anyway. You will go because you made a commitment to yourself. You will go because you know it is the right thing to do, even if you don't feel like it. Discipline is about doing what needs to be done, no matter how you feel. That is why discipline is stronger than motivation. Now let's talk about how to build discipline. Discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Start small. Set a simple goal, like waking up at the same time every day or reading for 10 minutes every night. Stick to it even when it's hard. At first it will feel difficult, but over time it will become a habit. Habits are powerful because they don't require motivation. When something becomes a habit, you do it automatically without thinking. That's the power of discipline. It turns hard tasks into easy routines. Another important thing to understand is that discipline is not about being perfect. You will make mistakes. You will have days when you don't follow your plan. That's okay. The key is to get back on track as soon as possible. Don't let one bad day ruin your progress. Forgive yourself and move forward. Discipline is not about never failing. It's about never giving up. Let me give you an example. Think about a famous athlete. They didn't become great because they were always motivated. They became great because they trained every day, even when they didn't want to. They pushed through pain, fatigue, and doubt. That's discipline. It's not glamorous, but it works. The same is true for anyone who achieves something meaningful in life. Whether it's a business, a skill, or a personal goal, discipline is what makes it happen. Now let's talk about why discipline is so hard. The problem is that our brains are wired to seek comfort. We want to avoid pain and effort. That's why it's so easy to procrastinate or give up. But discipline is about overcoming that natural instinct. It's about choosing long-term rewards over short-term comfort. For example, studying for an exam is hard, but it leads to better grades. Saving money is hard, but it leads to financial security. Discipline is about making the hard choice because you know it's worth it in the end. One way to strengthen your discipline is to focus on your why. Why do you want to achieve your goal? What is the deeper reason behind it? When you have a strong why, it's easier to stay disciplined. For example, if you want to get fit, your why might be to have more energy for your family or to live a longer, healthier life. When you feel like giving up, remind yourself of your why. It will give you the strength to keep going. Another way to build discipline is to create a routine. Routines take the guesswork out of your day. When you have a routine, you don't have to decide what to do next. You just follow the plan. For example, if you want to write a book, set a specific time every day to write. It doesn't have to be a long time even. 30 minutes is enough. The important thing is to do it consistently. Over time, your routine will become a habit, and discipline will become easier. It's also important to eliminate distractions. Distractions are the enemy of discipline. They pull you away from your goals and waste your time. Identify the things that distract you, like your phone, social media, or TV, and limit them. Set boundaries for yourself. For example, you could decide not to check your phone until after you finish your work. Or you could set a timer for 25 minutes and focus on one task without interruption. Small changes like this can make a big difference. Now let's talk about the role of mindset in discipline. Discipline is not just about actions. It's also about thoughts. If you tell yourself that something is too hard or that you're not good enough, you will give up. But if you tell yourself that you can do it, you will find a way. Your mindset matters. Cultivate a positive, determined mindset. Believe in yourself and your ability to grow. Remember, discipline is not something you're born with. It's something you develop over time. One powerful mindset is the idea of embracing the grind. The grind is the hard, boring, repetitive work that leads to success. Instead of avoiding it, learn to embrace it. Find joy in the process, not just the result. For example, if you're learning a new skill, enjoy the small improvements you make every day. If you're working on a big project, take pride in the effort you're putting in. When you embrace the grind, discipline becomes easier because you're not just focused on the end goal, you're enjoying the journey. Finally, let's talk about the connection between discipline and freedom. This might sound strange, but discipline actually gives you freedom. When you're disciplined, you have control over your life. You're not a slave to your impulses or emotions. You can make choices that align with your goals and values. For example, if you're disciplined with your money, you have the freedom to travel or start a business. If you're disciplined with your time, you have the freedom to spend it on the things that matter most to you. Discipline is not about restriction. It's about empowerment. In conclusion, motivation is nice, but it's not enough. If you want to achieve your goals, you need discipline. Discipline is what keeps you going when motivation fades. It's what turns your dreams into reality. Start small, build habits, and stay consistent. Overcome distractions, strengthen your mindset, and embrace the grind. Remember, discipline is not easy, but it's worth it. It gives you the power to take control of your life and create the future you want. So don't wait for motivation to strike. Start today. Take one small step, and then another. That's the power of discipline.